Picture it, 1977. It was the Chinese zodiac year of the snake. Jimmy Carter was being sworn into office as President of the United States. Moviegoers were wrapped around the block to see Star Wars in theaters. The NASA Space Shuttle sent off their first test flight. The World Trade Center was completed. And gas was, how much do you think gas was in 77?
59 cents.
Any guesses?
$2.
65 cents. I was born the morning of December 21st, 1977. Where were you when the year drew to a close? Let me take you back to December 1977. The first children's cable channel, the Pinwheel Network, debuted on the 1st. You may know it now as Nickelodeon. Boxing legend Muhammad Ali celebrated the birth of a daughter, Layla. She was born on the 30th. She started her own boxing career at the age of 21. It lasted 8 years. She knocked out her first opponent in the first 31 seconds of the first round. She ended her career with a 24-0 record. You may have seen her as a contestant on Dancing with the Stars or as co-host of American Gladiators. 1977 did end with a few notable deaths. Eleanor Roosevelt Derby, she was the 4th child and the 2nd youngest daughter of Theodore Roosevelt. She was a volunteer nurse for 60 years with the Red Cross, and she died on December 10th in New York at the age of 86. The entertainment world lost a legend with Charlie Chaplin. He died in Switzerland on December 25th at the age of 88, and he was an iconic figure of the silent film era. What was the world listening to in 1977 as it drew to a close? Debbie Boone had a hit with You Light Up My Life. It was #1 for 10 weeks, and 3 of those weeks were in December. The Bee Gees released How Deep Is Your Love as a single in September, but when Saturday Night Fever put it out as their first single from the soundtrack, its popularity soared, and it was #1 for 2 weeks in December and 1 week in 78. I doubt my mom made time to see a movie because I was due to arrive at any moment, but I bet she wanted to see Saturday Night Fever when it came out December 14th. John Travolta was only 23 when this movie made him a star, and I'm sure you remember the movie critics, Siskel and Ebert. It's been said that this was Gene Siskel's favorite movie. The movie Pumping Iron debuted on the 31st of December. Bodybuilding wasn't very popular in America, but this movie got people talking, and it definitely played a role in the fitness craze of the 80s. It starred Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it focused on the battle of the 1975 title of Mr. Olympia with his competitor Lou Ferrigno, who you may know as the Incredible Hulk. Arnold Schwarzenegger had already won Mr. Olympia 5 times in a row, and he was only 20 when he won the Mr. Universe bodybuilding competition, so it made him the youngest one ever to win that. And this was the movie that made him a star. It started his movie career. 1977 didn't end without tragedy. On December 22nd, a 25-story grain elevator exploded in West Wago, Louisiana, crushing a nearby office building. 36 were reported dead, making it the worst mill explosion on record. The blast destroyed 48 out of 73 giant silos at the plant, and according to Kenneth Slight, who wrote History of the Worst Mill Explosions, and I quote, "The explosion occurred due to a buildup of grain dust in a highly oxygenated area when a static electrical discharge ignited the head and exploded." But I won't leave you on a somber note. I'll add that I experienced my first full moon on December 25th when I was only 4 days old, so hopefully I didn't act too crazy for my new parents. So now if I asked you to imagine December 1977, you'd have a better picture than before. Thank you for letting me take you on this journey back to December 1977.